Hey guys, what's going on? It's that home theater dude. Got a brand new episode for you today. Today's video is going to be all about the JVC NX7, also known as the RS2000. I've had this in the house for the last several months, and I want to go ahead and give you guys a full-on, hands-on review. So I'm going to show you guys some of the specs. I'm going to show you guys what I've learned with the unit, and also if this unit is right for you. I'm going to go ahead and do all that, and I'll do it right after the intro. Let's talk about some quick specs. So at the heart of this, you're going to have the 0.39 DILA reflective materials in there, and you're going to have 3 of them, which is going to translate into an amazing image that you're going to be able to experience. And also, this is a native 4K projector, so 4096 by 2160, and you get that full 8.8 million pixels on the screen all at one time, so you don't have to worry about any pixel shifting, any of that, and it really equals an amazing picture quality for you guys. Besides that, you also get your lens shift, as well as the increased native contrast ratio from the 1000 or the NX5. You get 80,000 to 1 and then 800,000 to 1 on the dynamic contrast ratio. You have the standard stuff on the back of it. You have a trigger input. You have 2 of the HDMIs that are full 18 gigabit bandwidth. You also get a USB service port, an RJ45, and then a RS232 legacy type of control unit. Last thing I forgot to mention is you also have your 3D sync on the back of it, so if you have your glasses and you want to use this as a 3D projector, you can do that as well.
What do we got here? We got
See how deep the colors are right there?
airspeed.
And then look at his hand whenever he does that. That's like a freaking TV.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Just look at that. Oh crap. Look how deep. It's like inky black. Look at that. And that's that. So the question I read the most in the comments is the 2000 worth the upgrade over the 1000? And the very simple answer is yes. So now I'm gonna tell you why. It's $2,000 more expensive, which is kind of a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, but you're getting double the performance on almost every single aspect. You're not getting double the brightness, but you're getting additional 100 lumens, which, to be honest, seeing both of them in the same room at the same time, it looks a lot brighter than just a simple 100 lumens. So, I mean, I think that there's a lot more to be said on the 2000 versus the 1000. So now you get double the contrast ratio, either be native or dynamic. You also get that improved lumen output, but at the same time, you get this color filter that's basically electronically sealed in there. The RS2000 and the RS3000 have it, and it is a game changer. Whenever I activated it and I was watching a couple different source materials, you can definitely see a lot more gradations in color. So besides the color filter, I really like the auto tone mapping feature that they have on there as well. It is a really great upgrade that you can do, and you just download it and then stick it on a USB and then just perform a factory update on the unit itself. Takes roughly 17 minutes, but the overall image quality that you get out of it is highly sought after. So now I see a lot of the times in the comments that you guys are talking about how happy you guys are with buying your JVC projectors. Once I installed my JVC projector with the auto tone mapping feature, it really looks like a 4K OLED. And to be honest, that's probably the biggest compliment and probably the most accurate comment that you can make when describing this thing. I couldn't have said it any better, and to be honest, the very first time I saw it, it looked like you're watching a TV. It's just so good, and the image quality, the darks are inky black, the spectral highlights, they just pop off the screen, and they never get blown out. So that's the coolest thing. I know I've shown a couple clips to where it kind of looks like it's a little bit blown out, but that's just part of recording things. Once you record things with your camera sensor, it's completely different than looking at it with your own eyes. So what the camera sees and what I see is completely different. Personally, I really like the performance of these things, and I highly recommend that you guys check one of these out as well. Again, MSRP on this thing is probably going to be one of the cons on it. So here's the tough thing, guys. So I try to justify the price on this one, and you can't necessarily talk about speakers in terms of price, because sometimes, super expensive speakers can be outperformed by really cheap speakers. In this instance, this expensive projector isn't going to be outperformed by one of the lower priced projectors. There's a lot of features that you get on this one that you don't get on other ones, and overall I think that the image quality on this one is just incredible sharpness, the colors, and the vibrancy overall. The overall experience that you get on this one is just unmatched that I've seen so far. Again, it's very expensive. This one's roughly 2 times the cost of the projector that I own. So now, basically it just turns out to what's important to you guys. Am I saying that you get worse image quality with an Epson? No. You get an amazing experience, but if you want something that's really, really sharp and that'll give you that big TV type of experience, then I would highly recommend looking into JVC for that. So again, with this one, what I've noticed is that you get low noise, low heat with this projector. It doesn't give off a ton of heat like Sony's do. And sorry, Sony, that's just what I've noticed. The biggest thing with those, I'm a huge Sony fan. I'm recording this on a Sony camera right now. I own a Sony TV. It's just I can't jump behind the Sony projection just yet because it hasn't matched my expectations with pretty much everything else that I've seen out there. But I'm not saying that they're bad products. I'm saying that I've seen better things for different people's budgets. So that's basically all I'm saying there. Sorry, all you Sony fanboys. It hurts me to say it, but I just haven't been able to experience it just yet. Another question I get asked is, how does this compare against the Epson 6050 or the Epson 5050? Again, it's not like these two are in the same realm of comparison. One of them costs 2 times more than the other, and it basically just depends on what's important to you guys. You both get the lens memory on there, so if you want to have the big widescreen aspect ratio, you can do that, and you can also shrink it down to 16:9 at the same time at the same height. So if you guys want to buy one of these big old screens like I have back here, this is the ultra wide 2.35 CinemaScope type screen, and to fill it up with a movie without black bars, you need to have that lens memory on there, or you need to buy a really expensive anamorphic screen. If you guys want to buy one of those, like, go ahead, have at it. It's so expensive to spend money on a lens adapter versus just buying a projector that has the ability in there in the first place. So again, it's all what's important to you guys. If you guys want to spend double the money, spend it. Okay, so overall, so far I've checked out the RS1000 and 2000 in my house, also known as the NX5 and NX7, and I'm very, very impressed with both of their performances. Again, people will always say that it's not, if you buy like something that isn't a JVC or a Sony, that you're not getting native 4K. To be honest, it really depends on what's important to you. Overall, I am so impressed with the JVC. It just looks like a TV. It gives you a little dimmer image overall if you're watching HDR content versus, you know, like an Epson or an Optima or something like that. But again, you'll have to deal with the things that come with those. So with the Optima, you have the color wheel, and then with the Epson, you have the 3-chip LCD design. It's not native 4K. So the only other thing that I didn't talk about is gaming on this one. It does have a low latency mode to increase your gaming abilities. Well, not your gaming abilities, but your gaming experience. So now it's not like the, what was the other one that I was just reviewing? The VAVA 4K projector. That one has over 100 milliseconds of latency. This one is more or less along the same lines as the Epson. There aren't necessarily any published figures that I've seen in terms of milliseconds. I know that the Epson gives you, the Epson 6050 gives you a roughly 27 milliseconds of latency on there, and pretty much any of the other people that I've seen review these, they talk about roughly around the same type of experience, but yet no numbers to be solid to give you guys to let you know. But at the same time, I know that it's not the same as the VAVA, and that one is over 100 milliseconds, so that one is terrible for gaming. But if you guys want to have something just as casual gaming, playing some Call of Duty, playing some Resident Evil or whatever you guys want to play, you should have no problems. But if people are doing this as a competitive gaming experience, typically you're not going to be spending the big bucks on a projector, and you're probably going to be buying a dedicated gaming display. So that's just one of the things to note. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. So the RS2000 gives you amazing sharpness, amazing color recreation, and incredible overall user experience. It's very, very easy to use. There isn't necessarily any hangups with the remote or the menus or the buttons. The updates that you can do on these is just flawless, and the overall functionality of it is just incredible. Low heat, low noise, and it also switches in between ultra wide formats and your normal formats. You can choose several different ones in there, and at the same time you also have lens memory, so this gives you amazing flexibility in installation and amazing overall experience in general. So I'm highly impressed with the RS2000. If you guys want to buy one of these, go ahead and hit up my buddies down at Dream Media. I'm gonna go ahead and leave their information down here as well as in the description. So if you want, just go ahead and give them a call. They'll hook you up with an amazing deal. I actually bought my projector from them a couple months ago. It's been almost a year now. But besides that, make sure you like, favorite, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.